Hey man, what it is? This is Deem, and I am your host, and this is by any means. There go to Cash App, $ Deem by any means. There go to PayPal at Deem by any means. You already know what I'm about to say. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It's much, much, much appreciated. Jaron coming, y'all. Jaron Ennis is coming. Philly, stand up. Let's talk about it. I will be in the building. Yes, I will. So if you go to the Jaron Ennis fight, man, and you just so happen, to be around, man, don't be a stranger. Please let me know who you is and don't be a stranger. I'm available. Okay, I'm around. All right. Listen, y'all, I expect nothing but pure domination versus Abasnesian. Let me stop playing. Against Abanesian, I expect nothing but pure domination from Jaron Boots Ennis. Me and my Brody was just watching him earlier today, and we was breaking down certain things. And I just want Jaron to go out there and put on a master class, which I know that he is. I don't. David Abanesian does nothing better than Jaron Ennis. Matter of fact, nobody at that weight division does nothing better than Jaron. And it's at the whole 147 weight division. He's that talented. He's that much of a showing. To me, I think he's similar to like a modern day Roy Jones Jr. Jaron Ennis is going to come and make a statement. And I believe he's going to put the world on notice again. See, Jaron Ennis' problem is he's not fighting enough. We all know the stuff he was going through. His promoter passed away. He was going through a legal issue with the promoter, the whole nine. Showtime went out of business. So a lot of those things affected Jaron Ennis, especially last year and the year before, in a negative way. And I respect Eddie Hearn for making sure that he know that he's gonna keep him active because that's the only thing that's happening with Jaron Ennis. Him and Gary Antoine Russell was up. He's more active than he was, but at the same time, that matters. And I think now all Jaron got to keep doing is just keep putting on these masterclass performances. I believe that he's gonna get one for because when you ain't got no big names to fight, that's when you go get the accolades and accomplishments. You do what Noah Inoue did. You do what well, I can't say Terence Crawford all the way, but similar to what Crawford did. Um, the 147 division was rocking only a few years ago. Last year, like the end of last year, it was rocking. But everybody retired and moved up and moved to different weight divisions and so on and so forth. And it left Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis suffered from what his birth certificate said. He wasn't born in the era where the guys that was so notable at his weight division was fighting. But there's still some good names out there. Manny Pacquiao coming back, which I don't think he will ever take that fight. But you still got Mario Barrios. You still got Stan Jonas, which I think is like actual real fights for Jaron and his real tests, real great fights that I would pay my money to watch. And I believe he's going to come out here and dominate. I think he's going to dominate in such a fashion that it's going to put the world on notice. I see Jaron Ennis winning this fight round 6 knockout. I see a round 6 knockout because Abanesian, I seen Crawford put him to bed. Um, he don't got too much head movement. He's a good fighter. Abanesian is one of them fighters that's pretty good at everything, but he's not great at nothing. Abanesian is pretty good at everything, but he's not great at anything. And I think against Jaron Ennis, you have to be special. It doesn't even matter if you're pretty good, not gonna cut it. Same problem I think Mario Barrios have. Same problem I think Stan Jonas have. Don't feel bad for Abanesian. I just think they may last a little bit longer, but it'll be the same result. I think Stan Jonas has the best chance because he's a power puncher. He's relentless. Um, Stan Jonas just got a lot to his game that I like. His inside game, his distance control, um, just his bad intentions. Stan Jonas a dog too. You can't question his heart. He got a gas tank. His footwork is pretty good. His defense is pretty good. But the best thing that he does is he's just relentless and beats you down. And he might be one of the biggest guys at that division. Like when Stan Jonas be in that ring, he looks swolled up. I can't lie. Like he looked like the Terminator in there. So he a lot to deal with from he has God-given genetics. And I think that's things that could possibly give Jaron in his problem, similar to Romy and Villa. Similar to Romy and Villa. I just think he's more athletic than Romy and Villa, which I think it'll be even a better fight. But Jaron Ennis, man, is one of a kind, man. He's once in a generation. Um, I believe to me, he's my third favorite fighter in the world. No, I'm gonna really give you my second favorite fighter in the world. Earl was my second, but they swap places for me right now. And you already know who my favorite fighter is. You know, I shouldn't have to tell you that. But I'm very proud of Jaron, man, because not too many guys can switch hit. Not too many guys got great footwork. Not too many guys got head movement. Not too many guys get behind a jab. Not too many guys can fight from either stance. Not too many guys don't have a weakness in their game. The only weakness people tried to point to is his ring general shit. Cutting off the ring if you don't know what that means. Um, okay. But against Romy and Villa, he showed improvement in that area too. That it looked like he understood that he couldn't do what he did to I forget the guy he was fighting prior to that though, on the Gervonta Davis undercard. So he also got to grow and learn. And I think he's hitting his peak. He's not even at his prime yet. I think he's hitting his prime. I think next year and the year after that will be Jaron Ennis's prime, or even the year after that, to be honest, the next couple years after that. You know, from 27 to 30, 31, 32. I see that being his prime. That's most fighters' prime. You see, Gervonta Davis is right there right now. But I just think that Jaron Ennis is just too talented for anybody that you could put in front of him that's not named Terence Crawford. I don't think of Jamel Charlo. I don't think nobody at 154. Errol Spence, nobody. Errol Spence, I know why Earl can't beat him because I see why what happened with him and Terence Crawford. It'd be similar. It'd be similar because I'll say Jaron is not as patient as Terence Crawford is, but Jaron is more athletic than Terence Crawford is. See, Terence Crawford don't miss. Terence Crawford don't never throw unnecessary punches. Sometimes he do, but that's just when he know you can't beat him. But for the most part, Terence Crawford trying to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 you. All connections. He not trying to waste nothing. Jaron will waste a little bit to go out there and just beat you up. You know what I mean? Make it look nasty, style on you. And I just think that he's a guy that everybody's going to avoid, and they've been avoiding. He's the most avoided fighter in boxing. He's so avoided that he had to change promotional companies because the guys at his promotional company or a promotional company that he wanted to go to, I ain't gonna say change because he was never with the PBC, but we all know that's where he wanted to be. But the guys over there wouldn't fight him. And it looked like Stan Jonas and Mario Barrios and them guys ain't gonna fight him until they absolutely have to. So I like that Jaron Ennis is doing everything in his hands that's possible for him to put them in position to do that. You know, I just think when you a guy that's on his level and you are people know what they up against, and I know they know that not only they career on the line when they go in there, they understand their health and a bunch of different things. Are you willing to do what it takes to have to go train for a Jaron Ennis? To go into training camp for a Jaron Ennis, to do things that you never had to do? Are you ready to go 12 rounds of constant pressure? Because one thing that Jaron Ennis possesses, y'all, he don't get tired. You know why he don't get tired? Because he stay in the gym. I could tell y'all that personally from just my connections in the city and things that I hear about him. Young boy, he stay in the gym. He got a gas tank and he gonna throw punches. Jaron Ennis is not he's not like Shakur Stevenson in that way. Jaron Ennis is very active in the ring. He gonna throw and he gonna throw a lot. And it's gonna come from different angles. It's gonna come from different stances. He gonna be jumping around on you like Lomachenko do. He gonna be twisting and turning you. He gonna be doing everything. His distance control is A1, second to none. Similar I think just the notch under a Shakur Stevenson's in that way. And he just has every attribute that you would want from a fighter. If you had to make a fighter, David Morrell, Gervonta Davis, Jaron Ennis, Terence Crawford, that's the guys you would make if you had to make a fighter. Jesse Bam Bam Rodriguez. Those are the guys that you would Roy Jones Jr., Muhammad Ali. If you had to create a fighter, Sugar Ray Leonard, those are the guys you would create. He just has every, Sugar Ray Robinson. The list goes on. And I believe he's of that ilk. I believe Jaron Ennis is going to be one of the best fighters I believe, I know. He's one of the best fighters we have ever laid our eyes on. He's by far top five, going to go down as top five, maybe top three, top four of our generation, hands down. I mean, even with the Crawfords and people like that. Yeah, Jaron gonna accomplish all that and more. I just know he is. Same way I've been telling y'all about Gervonta Davis, I'm gonna tell y'all about Jaron Ennis, man. You just know what you watching. If you really love boxing, you know what you see. And I see a freight train that don't have no brakes on it. His father trains him, and I think that Jaron's in the gym so much that he naturally gets better at things. See that when you're consistent in what you do, it becomes muscle memory. So what I mean, y'all, he could not work on things specifically. And because he's in the gym so much training other boxers. I don't know if y'all know that about Jaron. Jaron does a little training himself when it comes to younger fighters and schooling them and taking his time out to work with them. So he get to see it from the other side, from the coaching side as well. His dad's preparing him for that. Don't be surprised if Jaron Ennis retires and becomes one of the best trainers in boxing. Do not be surprised by that. But yeah, man, Jaron Ennis is coming, man. I'm gonna be ringside, man. We gonna be right down there. So, like I said, y'all, if you out there and you coming to support Brody and you don't come with no foolishness, man, approach me. I'm very approachable, y'all. I'm very approachable. I'm gonna have you laughing. We gonna talk about some things. We gonna enjoy the fight. You never know when you run up on me how it might be. What you might run into or might get into, just depending on how you act. So, I'm just here to show the people that my supporters love. I hope that y'all go support Brody. If you can't show up, just go buy it, man. Support, bro. He bringing boxing back to Philly where it belongs. The biggest staple of any city in boxing, us and I'll say Detroit and DC and in the Maryland area. Yeah, I give other cities credit, but we the only city that got our own style. That other cities, a guy from Michigan took and perfected. So, I'm just proud of Philly, man. I'm proud of the guys, man. We doing a lot from the media standpoint, from the boxing standpoint, from a lot of different standpoints, man. We making our mark out here in the city, man. And that's very important in this boxing scene. So y'all already know what this is, right? Dean by any means. And now holla at y'all. Hey, Boots, man. Domination is what I expect. We gonna see. I holla at y'all.